The history of Suez is about an ambition to support major revolutions for human progress. It's the history of hundreds of innovations that help improve mankind's health, protect the environment, and preserve resources essential for life. Suez's history began 160 years ago. In 1869, Suez becomes the name of a canal, a project launched in 1858, which gathered for over 11 years the best engineers of its time. This project was the incarnation of a vision, the vision of Ferdinand de Lesseps. By creating the Universal Maritime Suez Canal Company, de Lesseps wanted to fulfill the crazy ambition of the pharaoh's ancient dream to connect east and west, building a 160-kilometer canal between the Red Sea and the Mediterranean. Since the first day of operation, the Suez Canal revolutionized world trade.
Le canal de Suez, c'est le début de notre histoire.
It's the beginning of our industrial adventure and the birth of our name, Suez.
But it's much more than this.
Es la voluntad de participar en la construcción de un mundo nuevo.
De un bienestar compartido por todos que nos motiva a día.
At the end of the 19th century, with the Industrial Revolution underway, history speeds up and the world begins its urbanization. Water, an essential resource, becomes a public health issue.
Imagine, in those days, almost nobody had running water at home.
El agua se extraía de los ríos, donde después también terminaba el continuo de las alcantarillas.
No tratábamos el agua residual.
And so, within just a few years, new professions and activities need to be invented. Side by side with cities, Suez plays a key role in the public hygiene revolution. Engineers innovate in the field of water services. They're able to build water and wastewater infrastructures over great distances. Since 1880, large European cities like Paris, Bordeaux, and Barcelona developed their first water and wastewater networks. This revolution in public hygiene results in fewer epidemics, a lower mortality rate, and constantly increasing life expectancy.
Dès 1934, on crée le premier laboratoire d'analyse et de contrôle de la qualité de l'eau.
Ce laboratoire analyse les bactéries et les germes pathogènes de l'eau.
At the beginning of the 20th century, household waste becomes the next public health issue. In Paris, Suez invents the first ever motorized refuse collection vehicles and introduces a waste collection system using 300 traction vehicles.
We've always been pioneers in waste management.
En 1935, on lance les bennes Recita avec le tassement mécanique et la compression automatique. Elles augmentent la capacité de traitement et améliorent les conditions de travail.
In 1962, we introduced the CETA 6000 that remained the worldwide reference for over 20 years.
After World War II, metropolises emerge across Europe, America, and Asia, and cities equip and modernize. Vast urban areas have to be managed sustainably, and suburban growth must be supported. Suez's engineers commit to this revolution of urban comfort. It's no longer enough to supply water to the city. Now it's also a question of ensuring a constant level of quality, meeting the massive rise in consumption whilst avoiding wasting water and treating urban wastewater and industrial effluents.
In 1951, we published the Degremont Water Treatment Handbook, making accessible to all our technologies.
We invented, ahead of our time, an open source tool.
Urban growth also forces a change in waste management. Through innovation, Suez creates storage facilities and the first ever incineration units, expertise that will rapidly roll out across the rest of the world. Challenges faced by countries in the north are now becoming issues for the south.
苏伊士能源集团不断创新，为世界各地人们提供饮用水，缺水地区的居民也包括在内。
In 1981, Suez creates the CSA, the International Water and Environmental Research Centre. The best researchers, engineers and experts are constantly innovating to continue to improve water quality, waste management and environmental protection.
We invented ultra-filtration membranes, capturing all particles and microorganisms, especially bacteria and viruses.
Et pour envoyer des eaux parfaitement dépolluées dans le milieu naturel, on invente la biofiltration.
At the end of the 1990s, Suez is a world reference in environmental services in Europe, USA, South America, China, Africa, the Middle East, and shortly in Australia. At the dawn of the 21st century, a new chapter begins at the Earth Summit in Rio. World leaders made the preservation of our planet and the fight against climate change a priority. We live in a world that by 2035 could have 9.5 billion inhabitants, with only 2.5% fresh water, and in which 10 million tons of waste are produced every 24 hours that need to be recovered and recycled. Cities and industries are searching for new solutions to the increasing scarcity of resources. Suez has committed to a new revolution, the resource revolution, with one goal: to switch from a linear economy that overconsumes resources to a circular economy that recycles and reuses them.
在城市里，我们运用数码技术实现了资源管理智能化，有效节约资源。
Nos compteurs intelligents permettent aux habitants de maîtriser leur consommation.
Utilizamos el calor de las aguas residuales y la energía de los residuos para calentar las ciudades.
Y utilizamos el biogás procedente de las aguas residuales para que los autobuses circulen.
On sait même utiliser l'énergie du soleil pour dessaler l'eau de mer.
Industries are also facing increasingly stringent regulations and demands from citizens. Nonetheless, they're willing to help protect resources and the environment.
To preserve water resources, we produced processed water from wastewater for industries.
我们将垃圾转化为绿色能源，减少了屋里的气体排放。
Nous avons aussi créé le laboratoire de recherche le plus avancé au monde pour doubler les volumes de plastique recyclé.
A huge challenge for the protection of oceans.
In 2017, Suez took over GE Water. 7,500 new employees have joined Suez, along with the most advanced technologies, to treat, save, and reuse industrial water.
今后
Somos 90,000
colaboradores
au service
de la révolution de la ressource.
24/7.
On every continent.
With a shared vision and a name, Suez, a symbol of a pioneering mindset and a determination to take action together to serve humankind, protect our planet, and secure a resourceful future for all.